about
closer
there. Yeah, right about
there.
yeah.
Angled off just a hair.
Yeah. Kind of like.
Double check once we get on the runway.
I'll check it on the runway. That's what I do anymore. Because magnetic compasses just seem to be so inconsistent anymore.
There. Okay, we're locked. Okay, car is 55 knots on this.
What do we climb at?
A little slower, and climb out at 63.
79.
Or 79.
So we really worry about VY for now. VX is kind of, VX we don't really use too much right now. We really worry about rotations 55, best climb 79. VX is best angle climb, which we'll use when we do short field procedures, but we really don't use that too much. So big two, you really just have to know VY, VR and VY right now.
5 knots and 70.
Yeah. Ready to go?
Hey.
Flight reach traffic for Federal Warriors taking active runway 1, be a right turn out to the southeast, flight W. Final's clear, runway is clear. Now we're done. The runway shows, our compass should show 010.
Terrible.
Alright, let's go.
Coming traffic, we're going to turn left page, up time.
Comfortable climbing at 500 feet.
Yeah. The pitch here is high, but it's this little bit pitch is pretty nice, like 80 knots. Just gonna turn right crosswind. Yep. Plenty of traffic. February, turn right crosswind, runway 1, plenty of.
Yeah, 090?
Yeah, about that. And when you're comfortable, go out towards the field out by Atlantic City. All the way in front of the, right in front of the wingtip. Flying with traffic. Piper Warriors departing off the right crosswind out to the southeast, final call, flying to be.
Traffic personnel, 2950187, state 414.
Alright, so you have a better vantage point over the cowling on this,
Yeah,
in this airplane?
Yeah, like I said, I'm lined up between here and the cow.
You can still see the cowling here?
Yeah. I mean, I gotta lift my head up a little bit, but 45 manageable.
Left downwind, 100. Lincoln Park traffic, Skyhawk be advised, NOTAM is out, the runway is closed at this time. Roger, NOTAM, Kilo.
Over towards the field over there.
Traffic, Philadelphia 498 is 5 miles to the northeast, 2,600 feet inbound.
Let's go up to 2,500. Position is it now? Yeah, it kind of is.
Upper traffic, Philadelphia 498, 3 miles to the northeast, 2,100 feet, and enter traffic at the left speed, runway 19.
Liquid traffic, Warriors on 11 crossing, before departure to the south lake.
Let's just pull it back to 2,300.
Alpha taking up runway 26, now.
Right there.
Traffic, Philadelphia 498, entering left speed.
And my left turn out towards the east, towards like the shoreline out there.
548 says you got the traffic in sight, maintain visual separation.
At 822, you slot.
LeBron approach, helicopter 456 Mike Tango is 3 miles east of 3 November 6 at 2,000 feet, heading for Ocean County.
Helicopter 456 Mike Tango, McGuire approach, altimeter tree 000, squawk 0432.
Air's fine.
0432, 456 Mike Tango, thank you.
Helicopter 6 Mike Tango, radar contact 2 miles southeast of Old Bridge, maintain VFR, stay altitude climbing to.
We'll maintain VFR and remaining at 2,000, 456 Mike Tango.
McGuire approach, citation 892, Sierra Bravo now 900 for 2,000, runway heading.
November 892, Sierra Bravo, McGuire departure right then.
It is 892 Sierra Bravo.
Coming right turn a little bit over towards like very bright water over there.
2 miles northwest of Belmar. Traffic in your turn 12 o'clock, 2 miles northwest. Bound out indicates 2000.
20 Bravo, we're looking.
20 Bravo, climb maintain 3000.
I maintain 3000, 8920 Bravo.
20 Bravo, traffic in sight. 20 Bravo, roger. 20 Bravo, turn right heading 270 vectors for nags.
270, 8920 Bravo.
Alright, so when you're ready, let's go ahead and set up for slow play.
480, traffic no factor.
No factor for you.
November 04 Tango on your current routing, you have to leave my airspace at 4,000, but with the reroute you could leave at 6,000.
For Tango, do I descend to 4,000 then?
November 04 Tango, remain at 8,000. I can read you the reroute if you would like that.
Just watch as you're pulling the power back, you're going to start descending, so bring the nose up, right?
November 20 Bravo, climb maintain 5,000.
And then you can start working your flaps.
5,000, 8920 Bravo.
November 04 Tango, current route, or the reroute would be remain on Victor 1. Leah, spelled Lima, Echo, Echo, Alpha.
And so as you're starting your work in, starting your flaps to work in, notice you're descended, so you can start giving it power to maintain your altitude and start to climb back up again. Alright, now let's get that third notch of flaps in.
Okay, 04 Tango, Victor 1 to Leah, Victor 268 to Swan, direct destination.
Got your...
And November 04 Tango, would you like that reroute?
Sounds good.
November 04 Tango, roger, cleared to Mike Tango November via remain on Victor 1 to Leah, join Victor 268 to Swan.
Let's go back up to 2,500.
8,000, 04 Tango.
That's me. I keep pointing over towards there. Oh, so watch your drift there.
486 Whiskey Bravo, 6,000.
Cheers, 486 Whiskey Bravo, McGuire approach, signal altimeter 3000.
3000, 6 Whiskey Bravo.
Alright, so what does
Mike Tango.
pitch control?
Destination, Ocean County Airport.
Our pitch of our nose controls what?
Mike Tango.
The pitch of our nose controls what?
20 Bravo, clear direct nag, I maintain 6,000.
What does the
altitude, climb or descent.
pitch?
Or I'm sorry, I would speed.
Yeah, your pitch controls your speed, your power controls your altitude. There you go. Alright, so gonna be a right turn over towards Atlantic City over here. And keep the climb coming up to 3,000. Continue to turn over towards these fields over here.
field.
The one's out in front of area. So watch yourself here as you're leveling off. Remember, pitch controls your speed if you want to level off. Slight pitch correction, but major power correction. You've accelerated here. So slow yourself back up. Right? You want to slow back up to 60 knots. Remember, speed is your control pitch, so just pull it back and adjust your power for altitude. Let's say I wanted to slow down to 55 knots. What would I do? What would you do? What?
Up a little bit.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and slow down to 55 knots. How can you help yourself maintain that 55 knots?
How? By reducing throttle.
Why would you reduce throttle?
Ain't it?
To maintain 55 knots, well, we want to maintain the power, right, controls our altitude, right?
Right.
And so how can we help ourselves maintain 55 knots according to pitch, right? So you're pulling back, right? So then you can give yourself a little bit extra nose up trim, right? And now adjust your power accordingly to maintain 3,000 feet. Because now you're going to be slower. And so it's going to take some more power to maintain your altitude, right? Remember what we talked about, your power is going to be major movements, so don't be afraid to really shove that throttle if you need it. There we go. There we go, now we're getting the correction in that we want, right? Now we're getting ourselves back climbing slowly, but we're maintaining the speed. And as we're climbing up, we managed to increase the pitch just a tiny bit to keep our speed from accelerating. There, here comes 3,000. So what are you going to do to level off?
A little bit.
Yeah, so just watch yourself, because you seem to let the nose drop a lot when you want to drop it a little bit. Alright, so just remember, it's going to come down really easy, so just the slightest bit is all you really need to lose down. So just pull back a little bit more. Give a little bit more back pressure in here, just to maintain your speed. Right, there we go. Now give me a left turn back over towards the ocean out there. We're clear. Right, so shallow turn is key. And then if you need, give yourself a little bit of power in the turn to maintain altitude. Air is about fine, right out in front of us. Alright, so remember what we did yesterday with the falling leaf?
What?
Remember what we did yesterday with the falling leaf? With the power off stalls? Just the continuous power off stalls? Let's go ahead and do them. Let's start at 3,000 feet and let's start, just do a couple falling leaves.
Up the throttle back.
Yep, just work that throttle all the way back to hard idle. pitch to maintain your altitude. As you bring that power to idle, the nose is going to get real heavy, so just keep pulling back. Keep pulling back, more back pressure, more back pressure, more back pressure, more back pressure. Get that nose coming up, get that nose coming up, get that nose coming up. Get it coming up, get it coming up, get it coming up, get it coming up, keep coming up. Hold it, keep coming up. There it goes. Release the back pressure. Alright, is the power all the way idle?
Yep.
Alright, so let's go there. Let's. There we go. Alright, now let's go up 2,700 feet. Alright, let's pull back, start pulling back. Start watching the nose, it's drifting right? It's a little bit of left rudder, that's what we're looking for. Keep pulling back, just keep pulling back, keep pulling back. Don't be afraid to pull back, don't be afraid, keep pulling back, keep pulling back. There it goes. Alright, let's grab 2,500. There we go, keep pulling back, keep pulling back, keep pulling back, keep pulling back, pull all the way back to the stopper if you need. There we go. Alright. This is all about getting the feel for how heavy this nose is, because that's how heavy the nose is going to be in when we're doing landings for the flare. Getting used to that pull back. So let's grab 2,300. Keep pulling back. Just keep pulling it back. Keep pulling back. Keep pulling back. Keep that nose coming up. There we go. Because this is all about how heavy this nose is going to be in that flare, because that's the same configuration we're going to be in. And so the nose is going to be real heavy, so you're just going to have to keep pulling it back. So right as the stall warning horn comes on, keep pulling it back, get that nose coming up, right? Keep cutting it up. Let's do one more, grab it 1,900. There we go. Let's grab it. Now watch the nose, it's drifting right, so push a little bit left rudder. There we go. Keep pulling up, keep pulling back, keep pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. There we go. Now let's go ahead and go full power recovery. So full power. Get that, good. Bring the nose level so we maintain altitude. Get that third notch of flaps out right away. So there's your accelerating here. Let's go ahead and climb back up to 2,500 feet. Give me a left turn back towards the west. That's the big key with that maneuver. Essentially, that's what I'm trying to get at there, is because it's the nose, how heavy that nose gets is the same way it's going to be over top the runway. And so getting used to that pulling back of that heavy nose is real critical to help yourself out with that, getting that flare, because you have to get that nose up in the flare too, to put the main wheels down first rather than the nose. Right. So that's the whole reason behind doing that maneuver, is just to get you comfortable with that pulling back with the heavy nose. So towards those fields out there is fine. Below 2,500. There we go. Directional control. There we go. Alrighty. So, comfortable with that stuff for now? Comfortable with that stuff for now?
Yeah, I thought
Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the power on stall that I showed you yesterday. So remember how we did that? How I did that? Remember how I did that, or you want me to show you again? Refresh you on
you better show me again.
Alright, so my controls.
Your plane.
Alright, so remember the power on stall is a stall simulating what part of flight?
Takeoff.
Yeah, takeoff, right? So we take off at what speed?
Full throttle and
55 knots, right? So we're a little fast to take off, right? So we got to slow ourselves up. So we're going to reduce the power and we just reduce the power, and all we're looking to do is maintain altitude, right? So as we reduce the power, the plane's going to slow down, and we're just going to have to keep providing back pressure. So what we'll do is, as we slow down, we're going to add back pressure and start rolling the nose up trim, just to help ourselves maintain this altitude, right? Letting the speed bleed off, but just helping ourselves out with this pitch. So I'll see how much this nose has already come up, just to maintain our altitude. So we'll slow it down right now through about 60 knots, right? And so as we're slowing up about 55 knots, we're going to go ahead and gradually start putting power in. So as we're slowing up, we're just going to keep increasing that back pressure here because we're starting to descend. So there's 55 knots, right? So I'm going to go ahead and give it full power. And I'm just going to let the nose, and now I'm just looking outside at the nose, watching the cowling, just watching the cowling, making sure it's not drifting to the sides. Just holding it right here. Just holding it back, and just working it, just holding it. I'm just going to pull it all the yokes all the way back, gradually worked it all the way back to the stopper. Just holding the yoke right all the way back at the stopper and just riding the buffet. Right, just riding the buffet. You're going to just feel the plane just rocking in the buffet, but that's it. See, we're actually climbing in the stall, right?
Yeah.
Exactly what I said yesterday. Now we're just, all it's about just keeping your eyes on that nose, making sure that nose isn't drifting. Because if that nose drifts, it will break. So as what we're doing to recover from it, we're going to push it, let that back pressure come off, push the nose over, just like, and just going to hold the nose right here to maintain altitude, let the airplane accelerate, and I'm just already start rolling this nose up trim out. Right away, I'm just starting to take that nose trim out, let the airplane reaccelerate to normal flight with full power in it. As we get through about 90 knots, I can go ahead and start pulling it back towards normal power setting, for cruise power setting, and we're back exactly where we started. The same spot out front, it means we didn't let the nose drift at all, and we're maintaining 2,500 feet. Right? Makes sense?
Yep.
Any questions about it?
Yep.
Give ourselves a little bit of a left clearing turn here. Or do you have a GPS position relaying on your iPad or no?
I didn't set it. I meant to.
Go into your settings here. Go into your iPad settings there real quick. Go under Wi-Fi.
Mine is on.
Go under Wi-Fi, or if you want to use because I have a 4-flight Sentry that I have that I always bring with me. That's how I get it on my iPad. So whenever I'm in the airplane, if you just want to look up to that, there's no password on it. It's just in Wi-Fi. Alright, so you got the Wi-Fi, and it's Sentry.
Okay, Sentry.
Yeah, just click on that. Alright, and then it's going to gradually connect to it. We're just going to clear.
Not connected yet.
It takes some time to get used to it. Around here.
There we go.
There we go. Airplane, it works.
I'm still not connected.
Go into 4-flight. Just hit the whole button, go into 4-flight.
Okay, now.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, so just hit, there we go.
There we go.
I have that always running for my stuff, so whenever we're in the plane together, if you want to just hook up to that, that's fine. Because I always have it on when it's charged. Alright, so here we are, 2,500 feet, pointed right at that same field, right? So when you're ready, you can take the controls.
Okay.
Your controls. Your controls. Alright, so we'll go ahead and just slow it so we can go ahead and do one of them. I cleared the area. I did that, so let's go ahead and start slowing the airplane up. And so it's going to be a gradual pitching up because it's just you want to slow that airplane down, but you want to maintain the altitude. And so don't be afraid to start rolling that nose up trim to help you out, because it's going to, if you don't put nose up trim, it's going to take a lot of back pressure to maintain this pitch, maintain that pitch to slow down to 55 knots. Slow it down. And it's just like in slow flight, the more you pull the power back, the quicker things happen. And so right here is fine. We're just kind of just holding our altitude here. We're just letting the plane bleed the speed off. Right, we're starting a little bit of a descent, so just give it a little bit more back pressure to maintain altitude. Alright, there's coming down through 60. Just keep adding back pressure as you're slowing down. It's just going to keep bringing it back. Just keep bringing it back. Yoke back. Keep bringing it back. Keep bringing it back. So there comes 55. So go ahead and bring it to full power. Just start bringing it to full power. Let the nose come up. Just go get it to full power. And just look outside, watch that nose, just watch that nose out front. Just keep an eye, just watching the nose, just watching the drift, any drift in that nose. Keep pulling back, just keep pulling back all the way to the stopper. Just keep pulling it back, keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back. Just here, all you have to do is watch out the nose here, so you don't make sure there's no drift up there. And it's just riding here now. Just keep holding it back, just keep holding it back. See, it's drifting right. Push a little bit of left rudder. Alright, there we go. Just keep up holding it back. So you're riding the buffet all by yourself. Alright, now let's release that back pressure. Push the nose over. Let's maintain altitude. And as you're accelerating, go ahead and just start being on top of that trim. So go ahead and start rolling that nose trim down to maintain your altitude, right? So you feel it starting to boost already back up because you're accelerating pretty quick. Just, yeah, so you be on top of that trim and it's all good. Just keep pushing that nose over a little bit more.
Level 180.
That's what we just did.
They said they wanted speed. They said they wanted power. They said they wanted Beyonce on a ham sandwich. Well, 2.5 out of 3 ain't too dang shabby. Jukebox Plus. Rip faster. Burn better. Super tag. It's just way better. On a ham sandwich. Get Plus now.
Alright, whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and start slowing down for it again. There's 60. There's 55. There we go. Go ahead, bring it full throttle. Just let that nose come up. Just look out the nose. Just watch the nose. Just hold it right here. Just let it come back and just keep pulling back. Keep pulling this back, yoke back. Just gradually keep pulling it back. Keep pulling back until it stops. It's still gonna come back. Just keep pulling it back. There's more. There's more. That's the stopper right there. So that's the stopper of the yoke right there. Keep pulling. Just hold it right there. Keep pulling it, but just hold it all the way back as hard as you can. Now you're ready. Alright, now, alright, right, so this is just riding the buffet. You're climbing in a stall. Look at that. Alright, let's go release that back pressure. Just get that nose down. Let the plane accelerate. Actually, I don't want to let that nose drop too low. Just let it come down, accelerate, maintain altitude. There we go. Give me a left 180. Yeah, so you can see how much of a difference the trim makes, right?
Yeah,
how much
trim. I realized that as soon as I was pulling back and I wasn't doing it.
Right, so you see how much pressure it takes just to get this airplane slowed down without trim to that speed, right? And so it's a little bit of a adventure. Right, there's McGuire up there. See the open field up there? Let's go ahead and point towards it. Come right around the nose here. Right here. Move straight out ahead of us. Just level off. Boom. Yeah, so not too bad of a job with that. It's you see, it's a big thing is coordination, right? Any questions about that at all, or you feel?
Like I said, I realized my mistake would have to give it nose up trim.
Yeah, because you see how much back pressure you had to give, right? Now you see why I said just start rolling it back, and it just takes it. And just keep rolling it back as much as you can. We'll do is we'll work our way up a little bit closer to McGuire, and then we'll do another one. We'll do one more. So yeah, so other than the trim, any concerns with them? Feel good with them? It's a little.
I was comfortable with it. It's a
little weird, right?
It's comforting, but
yeah, it's just flame one stall. It just starts climbing. So if your power on stall and takeoff, you still might climb out. You'll be stalling the whole way, but you may climb out still. Let's use McGuire as a reference. We did a 180 coming back up towards here. So we did our clearing turn. So we'll just keep going this direction here. Okay. And so let's go ahead and hit one more. You learned that time how much of a helpful that hand and how helpful that trim can be.
Learn that in a hurry.
Alright, this should be plenty. There we go. Alright, there's 55. Now let's go ahead and start giving power. Just watch the nose now. Just watch the nose. Go ahead and get to full power. And just hold it right there. Alright, you can see it's drifting left. There we go. A little bit of right rudder. Just hold it right there. Gotta keep coming back with that yoke. Keep coming back with that yoke. Pull all the way back on that yoke. Make sure you get all the way to that stopper. And it's going to get to the oscillation. This is the buffet of a stall. You don't hear everything but the brake. Alright, see it's drifting left, give it more right rudder. There we go. Now you're coordinated in a power on stall in a Piper Warrior, and it's not stalling. And we're gradually climbing our way back up to 2,500 feet. Watch it's going right now, right? So just keep on top of that with the rudder. So there we go, there's 2,500. Now let's go ahead and push over, recover from the stall. Right, now you're gonna have to start rolling that nose up trim back out. And just come down a little bit more. That was good. Feel better about that?
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Good. Alright, so
now, would that help me any? Does it tell me whether I'm going to the left or right?
Not necessarily, because anything that you'll have during it is just going to be, so here, let me show you this. So anything, so it may show you a gradual indication, but not immediate. Okay. Right, so this is what you may encounter, just something like this. But you see, it really doesn't, so yeah. We'll go wings level here. So wings level, and you just have a yaw motion. So you see how we'll gradually keep pushing right. You're not getting much of any indication
of a lag there.
Right, and then if I go back left, and then you're not gonna get the indication right off that. And so that's why the having your ability just to be, and so maybe you try next time just having your seat, because realize you do get crushed down a little bit when you get power in here. So if you're just barely able to see it, and when we're sitting at idle, we're sitting on the ground without the engine running, that maybe boost a little bit more. That way you're able to see it completely, and that way. And so, because that's the real criticalness of it, is being able to see everything with it. Because I mean that it's just your biggest thing with stalls is the yaw motion, and the yaw motion. While if it's severe enough, you can see the reaction from it, but you're not going to have like too steep of a yaw initially in a stall. It's just going to be something. We'll just watch the nose, just something gradual like this. And you don't see any change on that, and so it's just a matter of while it does show you a little bit,
I was gonna say, I did see a little bit there.
but it's just not going to be too much and noticeable enough, and you're not going to be able to see like exactly if that nose is stopping or not. Just for that, so that's what that's kind of like the theory behind it. So it's just you're probably just barely able to see over it now, right? You're kind of like can you see the cowling? Or?
Yeah, I just see the cowling, just the edge of it.
Okay, so yeah, so I mean, I'll be able to see like the whole bottom of the dash,
Okay,
like that's where I'm looking.
Yeah, like if I were like this, then I would be able to see it.
Yeah, so you kind of want to, so that's kind of what we'll shoot for tomorrow with your seat. So let's go ahead and do a left 180 here. We'll maintain the altitude and let's right, what side? Left side, okay. We'll kind of work ourselves a little bit of clearing area here. We'll go ahead and hit the steep turn. And then let's do a little bit more. Let's get back up to 2,500 feet here. So we get to 2,500, we'll do the 180 again.
They're ready to do a 180.
Just do a left 180 and we'll point around towards that McGuire. There you go. There's McGuire right there. Turn those over a little bit real quick. I was just looking for traffic that came up and I don't see him. He's like 2,000 feet below us, huh? He's like 500 feet over the ground.
Straight up on your thing.
Yeah. Hold up on here. Perfect. Right there. Oh, there he is. I got him over here. A sprayer. Okay. ag plane. Alrighty.
Okay.
So level off here.
Okay.
Alright, we'll use McGuire as our reference. Real easy point reference, right? Or you prefer something else?
Oh, that's good.
It's a pretty easy, big, easy, out of any, different from anything else type of reference that we'll use for them. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and do steep turns. Remember how we do them?
Steep turn to...
Go steep turn, or whatever way you want to start.
Okay. Start with the left.
To start to turn it, you have a little bit of back pressure, make a little bit of power. And then a little nose up trim. And pull back more, just watch the nose. You want to cut the nose right through the horizon. Pull back more, you're going to descend here, pull back even more. Right here is cutting it right through, so you're holding it out too, so just don't let it drop here, don't let it drop, keep pulling back, pull back more. Let it drop a little bit, so here's McGuire, so go ahead and go ahead and, there we go. Pull right into one to the right.
Okay. I lost track of McGuire. Okay.
Go right into one to the right.
Okay. Out to the right.
There is a little bit of power and a little bit of pinch. A little bit of power and a lot of pinch actually. Alright, keep coming around. A little bit more bank.
More bank?
Yeah, a little bit there. We go. That's 45 right there.
Huh?
Just cut it right through. Just hold it right there. Hold it right there. Cut it right through. It's getting a little low. Go. And keep going around over here.
Oh, okay. Lost about 100 feet.
Yeah. Each one you lost about 100 feet, right? And that's a matter of remember how we did them yesterday? Through 30 degrees, we give it a little bit of power and a little bit of nose up trim to help yourself out with this back pressure, right?
Right.
Because that's what's causing your descent. You're like as you're going through, you're giving it back pressure initially, then about halfway through the turn, you kind of let go a little bit on the back pressure. Okay. And so that's kind of where you keep descending at. Whereas try it again, going to the left, but give yourself.
Okay.
As you're rolling in, give yourself a little bit of power here, and give yourself a little bit of nose up trim. Give yourself a little bit of nose up trim here. Okay. A little nose up trim. Give yourself that. Help yourself out. Give it 2 swipes there. Now pull back.
Okay.
Now watch. Now just pull back. Get a little bit more back to 45. Now just pull it back right here. Yeah, this is what's cut. This slight picture here is what you're looking for. This here, it's dropping a little bit right here. It just seems to drop every time right here. So just keep pulling through it. Pull through it. Here comes McGuire. So go ahead and start pushing forward on the yoke. Just push forward. Roll right into one to the right. Or just roll right back into the right. Alright, now let's go into the right.
Okay.
We're good on the right.
Good on the right.
Just hold it and hold it forward until you pass 30. Now we can go ahead and start pulling back. Now go ahead and keep that roll coming. Keep it bang, more bang. There we go, right there. Now let's cut it right through here. Pull back, keep pulling back, keep pulling back, keep pulling back, pull back your third turn. There we go. Just hold it right here, cut it right here. And coming around, keep coming around. There's Philly. Here comes Medford. And here comes McGuire.
Yeah, there we go.
And look at your altitude now. Pretty much exactly where you started. Yeah. That trim makes the difference, right?
I lost about 50 feet, but
yeah, but that's much better, right? And the trim is the key, right? The same way the trim's key with the let's go right turn out to the ocean here.
This one I could do with the
you have a left turn
right
there. Yeah, give me a right turn out here.
Okay.
Yeah, 10.
The fuel were up in the air above us.
There's flight
to the left, to our left.
To the right. Yeah, there's a flight of 2 that's going out to play.
Yeah. Wonder if it's my wife's nephew on there.
What's he do?
He's in the Air Force. I'm not sure which squadron he's with though.
Okay, because I have a student who's a boom operator on the KC-10s.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go ahead and point out towards those fields out there, and let's head down there a little bit.
I don't know much about KC-10s, but I know about KC-130s.
KC-130s and 135s?
130s. 130s are Marine Corps.
Oh, okay, yeah, the 130s. Let's keep it a little bit to the fields over here. Go down to 2500. Yeah, so you see, the trim is a really helpful hand, right? You see, it helps you out with the with your power on stalls, right? And it also helps out a lot here with the steep turns, right? It's all about easing that workload here. You have to pull back one, right? Does it work? Yeah, it works. So those were good. Those last set were good. What do you think?
Okay.
What do you think of those last set of steep turns you did?
Turn again? Okay.
Did you think they were good?
I thought it was pretty good. But we want me to do it again?
Yeah, we can do it one more time. Let's do it one more time.
Okay.
Find your reference point wherever you want.
Okay. No real good reference points out there.
You can turn to them. Just go ahead and turn to find them. Look for a reference point. If you find one, just go and turn to it.
I'm going to use that as a reference right there.
All right. Oh, watch yourself, your nose drifting low. There we go. That nose up. Get that nose up. There we go. Coming around. There, like, see, here comes your field. Right here. Now push forward. Roll right into the right one. Get that back pressure in there. A little bit less bank here. It will have a little bit of tendency to overturn into it. Here comes your field. Oh. That's about 150 feet. Not too bad. The biggest thing is remembering that trim there, right?
Right.
So getting that trim, and then just even though you're putting trim in, doesn't mean you don't have to pull back. Remember also. So you trim it and then pull back as well, and cut it right through the horizon. So pretty good with that stuff. So what we'll do is let's go start landings.
Okay.
Go ahead and start landings. Let's go over to Ocean County. See what they're using over there.
Altimeter 3001. Remarks?
Runway 28.
Left turn. Left turn over here.
1344 Zulu. Wind 29er 0 at 07. Visibility 10. Sky
Right here.
clear. Temperature 26 Celsius. Dew point.
You got a helicopter short final.
Altimeter 30.
Number 1450 Bravo McGuire approach, McGuire altimeter tree.
Density.
traffic area 78 Tango, left cross it.
They're right here. A little bit to the left up there. You see a field all the way out there. Kind of hard to see. There's a point generally right towards that, a little bit to the right of that lake.
Got the traffic, Cirrus is on the final for runway 29. Check.
Open them on, 918 send final on 31, open them on.
Once you got any traffic, Harper Warrior is going to be extending downwind for about half a mile.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Yeah. Where are we headed?
Ocean County.
Okay.
We have a nice big runway that I use.
I landed a couple times at Ocean City.
Ocean City, 26 November.
A little bit of crosswind there off the ocean.
Real good crosswind there. Real short strip. Always a good time going there. They're in Ocean County. It's right up here. It looks like they're using runway 24.
Now, what is that over there?
That's Coil.
Okay. I was going to say, that sure looked like an airport to me.
Yeah, it's good. It's, I guess it was the old air base before they had McGuire. So it's still a military use field for like helicopters and all, but it's private. But I guess it used to be where Coil Air Base used to be. Now it's just like the Coil VOR sits there.
Okay.
You see it every now and then, military helicopters going in and out of there.
Yeah, I thought I heard somebody say something about.
Alright, go a little bit to the left here. See that big open spot in the trees up there? That's the airport. And we're landing runway 24. So we're gonna be landing this way.
Bravo Charlie, Cirrus on the go.
We'll be landing this way.
We'll be landing coming back at us.
Oh, okay.
Right. This is the runway heading is down here.
Okay.
So we're gonna enter almost like a straight into the left downwind.
Ocean County traffic, Warrior is going to be low approach 2.
So stay here and then come around to the left, correct?
Yeah, we're gonna go left downwind so that you're gonna put your you're gonna put that runway on the left side of you.
Final 25, simulated engine failure, will be landing midfield, Central Jersey.
Ocean County traffic, we got a Pepper Warrior about 9 miles to the southwest inbound for left downwind runway 24 Ocean County.
12 Bravo Hotel, shoreline inbound 36 Mayport, 36 Mayport, shoreline inbound.
See the big strip there? That's the runway.
Okay. At the taxiway.
Yeah.
A friend of mine is first solo. Came in for the landing, and wind shear came up, landed on the taxiway. He eventually got his commercial.
Yeah.
Did some burring. Now he works for the FBI down in Washington.
Oh, really?
Ocean County traffic, Warrior, left crosswind 24, Ocean County.
Ocean County traffic. Piper Warrior is about 5 miles to the west inbound for entering left downwind runway 24. We're looking for that traffic on this crosswind. Bring that power back a little bit further. Let ourselves come down. We're going to want to come down to about 1,000 feet.
I already asked you if it's about time to start dropping down.
Yeah. You had a nice little descent there going, so that was okay with where you were going.
Ocean County traffic, Warrior 1,500, going to be departing to the northeast. Ocean County.
That works too.
Still getting a little cross breeze off the ocean.
Not too much out of here.
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's maybe in the air, but you don't get too much on the ground. It's pretty here. It's pretty. The winds are pretty true. What they're reported as are pretty true. And there's 1,000 feet. Let's go. Trim that nose up a little bit.
A little too much.
Y'all get spoiled in that left seat with electric trim. The runway looks real small, you're a little high. You're high. If it looks real fat, you're low. That's what we're just looking for. Right about here is what we're looking for on the runway side. Ocean County traffic. Piper Warrior is final runway 24. Ocean County. I was over here in the Skyhawk last night. Our final, on final, so we'll go final notch of flaps. We'll let the airplane.
Black helicopter, we're going to fall up behind you for the numbers runway 24, Ocean County.
Alright, we got you inside.
Somewhere behind us.
Alright, so we're now looking at. We're looking a little fast.
Yep, who's this? Frank?
Man, it's Fred. How you doing, man?
Good, man. What's up?
So we're looking 65 knots. You see, the runway looks real fat, right? So we're giving a little bit of power. So pitch controls speed, power controls altitude, just like in slow flight. That's why we do slow flight.
Gotcha.
Yep.
We're coming in, and we're 70 knots, right? So it's a matter of controlling the pitch accordingly. So we're coming down here, and then right about here, we fly all the way power to the runway.
Turning final, runway 24.
So we're going to power all the way to idle. Now we're just working the nose up. The nose is going to get real heavy. We're just going to keep pulling it back, That way the main wheels come down first, and then we can release this back pressure and get the nose down. Just clear us. First one. Ocean County traffic. Piper Warrior is clear runway 24, Ocean County. Alright, so then we come over here, and we can pull up the checklist and do the after landing checklist here.
Okay. After landing, throttle 1,000 RPM. Flaps are retract. Up. Off. Strobe light.
The strobe lights will turn off. Just so it's because it's a little bit like irritating seeing them flash.
Okay.
Just be a very short delay on the ground here.
That's right, man.
For takeoff. Okay. Well, we're not going to shut down.
Nope. And taxi on back.
Parking brake off.
Let's go ahead and swap those tanks.
I was going to say.
Yeah, let's go and swap them. We'll go right side now.
Fuel pump.
Fuel pump's on. I turn
Oh,
it
it says off. Okay.
I just turn it on. There we go. Right side.
Okay.
Shut it off.
Helicopter 6 Mike
Pumps,
Victor.
fuel pressure's remaining.
Runway 24.
Feel good?
Runway 24, Ocean County.
Alright, so your controls.
And Ocean County traffic, Beechcraft 9707 will be departing runway 24, departing there to the southwest, Ocean County.
There we go. So kind of see how it's just it's just gradual process coming down and judging your altitude, right, on the runway. How if the runway looks real small, then you're high. If it looks really long, then you're probably a little low. You just look for a nice descent angle coming into the runway, and then as you come over the runway, a little bit above it, you're just going to start to work that power all the way out to idle. And then it's just as you do it, you're just going to gradually just be fluid with it, just be constantly working this back to get that nose up. That way we get we put the main wheels down first. Ooh, I hate that.
What's that?
I said I hate those airplanes. Beechcraft Sierras.
Black Helicopter 6 Mike Victor turning right downwind for runway 24, Ocean County.
Because instead of because they retract gear, but instead of them folding in, they fold out. It just looks weird. It's like they just go like this into the wing. I'm like, that just looks weird. Like the left wheel goes out and out. I'm like, this looks weird. Remember where you were landing on the airplane? It's 172s, right?
Yeah.
So you're familiar with the 172s are very easily go into that ground effect. And you just be patient with it. These will sit in ground effect a little bit, but not too much. And so they'll still balloon.
Ocean County, Black.
But they're a little bit more.
Base.
They're a little bit more.
Ocean County.
A little bit more forgiving about it.
And Ocean County, Helicopter 6 Mike Victor is turning final runway 24, Ocean County.
Oh, there he is.
Yep. That's money right there.
That's only a couple million.
Yeah. Figures probably about, I don't know, $10, $15 million.
Yeah,
That's only money. Really doing touch it is. Good for him. Anyway, I got your before takeoff checklist here.
Ocean County, Black Black helicopters on the go, runway 24 upwind.
Firm is fired. Rich. Our feed is off. Light says fired, so we're going to put the strobe light back on.
Yeah.
On.
Pump on.
Primer is locked. Quantity.
Pump on.
That.
Pump on, right?
Oh.
There we go. Yeah.
Valve, I have it. Locked. Heading here.
We'll check it on the runway. It looks about right there.
Yeah. Here's
Ocean County, Black helicopter 6 Mike Victor is on a right downwind for the helipad. It'll be a short, steep approach into the helipad, forward main and north of runway 24 all times.
okay.
So you can do the landing first shot.
Traffic's all clear. That thing keeps falling down on me.
Yeah. Alright, ready?
Okay. Want me to do it?
I mean, I can do the radar cross for now if you want.
I'll do it. Ocean County, Warrior 43 Mary Juliet departing 23. I'm sorry, 24. Ocean County. We're going to stay in the pattern.
When you take off, just to your right side, you'll see a helicopter, but we'll stay clear of you.
Yeah, we have visual on you. We'll be watching out for you.
Bear with me, I'm a student.
Traffic, speed 50 Bravo, turning upwind, runway 24.
Airline pilot told me that. That's your get out of jail free card. Tell them, everybody you're a student.
Alright, TG lines up.
Beach 50 Bravo, turning crosswind, 24 Ocean County.
Center Jersey traffic, R44 helicopter in the left downwind 25. We'll be doing high short final on the 25 from here to Center Jersey.
Just push your nose over a little bit.
Yeah, because I can't see him. Okay, there he is.
Beach 50 Bravo, turning it downwind, 24 Ocean County.
Mike Victor, can we help you?
Doing a little training for now. We'll be coming in for a hot gas in maybe another half hour or so.
Got it.
Thank you.
Alright, go ahead and turn crosswind here.
Traffic, 364 Tango 8 miles to the west and bound for landing 29. That's coming.
Fish County traffic. Purple Warriors, turn left crosswind runway 24. We have that beachfront traffic and downwind in sight.
Keep it about 800 feet. Keep it about 9,000
feet.
1,000?
1,000 feet is the pattern here.
Okay.
There's about 2 little wings here. Kind of let yourself come out and establish a crosswind here. And let yourself establish out and then turn downwind here. There's that guy up there. Fish County traffic. Piper Warriors, turn left downwind runway 24, number 2. Fish County. We can pull that power back. See that guy ahead of us? Black dot, or open up on the horizon.
4 miles north, inbound 25.
Okay, now I see him.
Yeah.
Bay County, Mooney entering left downwind runway 28, Bay County.
Get out to about where he is and then...
Yeah, so what I would do is I would wait till he passes behind your wing to turn. But as soon as you get right next to the end of the runway, what I call beam the numbers, right next to him, so you can go ahead and work that power back to about 1800 RPMs. Right about here, bring it back to 1800 RPMs, and go ahead, make sure you're in the white arc, and go ahead and drop the final, drop those first notch of flaps.
To the west, inbound for landing at 29 are going to be on the 45 downwind.
Central Jersey traffic, R44 helicopter, left downwind 25, high short final 25, Central Jersey.
Hey.
Airline, we have you in sight, we'll wait for you.
Yeah, I can start now.
So keep this plane descending here.
What's that?
Keep the plane descending here. Make sure you're kind of like holding your altitude here, so give it a little bit of nose down trim. A little bit of nose down pressure. Now you can go ahead and turn base. Ocean County traffic, Purple Warriors, turning left base runway 24, number 2, Ocean County. There we go, now we're with this.
44 helicopter circling the left downwind 25, we're waiting for departing traffic, high short final 25, Central Jersey.
Windy traffic, 70 Tango left crossing 25.
80 knots, so you're on base here, perpendicular to the runway. So go ahead and drop your second notch of flaps here. Give yourself a little bit of nose down trim. Let that, keep this nose down for now. And then you just, as you kind of like the air runway looks a little bit hot. Actually, it looks pretty good. So turn final. Ocean County traffic. Purple Warriors, turn final, runway 24, Ocean County.
Ocean County, helicopter departing the helicopter pad, right close traffic, runway 24, Ocean County.
Now 30 degrees.
Yep.
In the area to the southwest.
Okay, pitch for 65. So your power as needed for the runway.
Okay, we're 70 knots.
So we're good here. So 70 is fine for here. You know, kind of like 70, and then as you gradually come down over the numbers, you so to 65. Coming down. Nice gradual descent right here. Very watch it coming across here. We'll open game of the rudders and the ailerons if you want. Coordinated coming down here. And start bringing it back to idle. We'll work it, hold it. We'll now start working it up. Go working it up. There we go. Yeah, do a touch and go. You want to just protect
Touch and go? Okay.
Ocean County traffic, Black helicopter is on our right.
Trim 3 seconds ahead for
Ocean County.
Ocean County traffic. Purple Warriors on the go, runway 24, Ocean County. Pretty good job there.
What's that?
Good job there. That was a good job.
Getting there. How much of it was you?
Not too much, really.
Okay.
I was just talking you through it. That was it.
Oh, that's you didn't have any of the controls at all?
I mean, I barely tapped it, but that's about it.
Okay.
P6.
I don't want to think that I'm doing it and then you're doing it.
No, absolutely. No, I make sure I'm clear about that.
Okay. Because like I said, I don't want to think that I'm doing it and you're doing it.
And then it's like, well.
Ocean County, Black helicopter 6 Mike Victors. Right base to right final, runway 2.
Go ahead and turn crosswind here.
What's that?
Go ahead and turn crosswind.
Yeah.
Ocean County traffic. Put Warrior 43 Mike Juliet, turn left crosswind, runway 24, Ocean County. I can do, I'm fine with doing either full stop taxi backs or touch and goes. Every now and then, if you like doing touch and goes, especially I like doing touch and goes here on the long runway, not on the shorter runway. But full stop taxi backs usually good also. Every now and then I'll be reflect on what you've done.
Well, one of these touch and goes, we can go to Millville. That's a nice long runway.
That is a nice runway too. I will give it that.
What's that?
I'll give you that as a nice runway.
Nice long and nice wide.
Ocean County traffic. Warrior 43 Mike Juliet's left down runway 24, Ocean County.
Okay, the helicopter's on the runway.
That's yourself from pitching down too much right now. Not too big of a deal right now, so you're beaming the numbers, go ahead and bring that power on back. Okay, now start working. If you're in the white arc, get your first notch of flaps in. Go straight to 2.
Go on the runway.
Don't hold off, keep your flaps. So you want to kind of work one flap in per leg.
After 6 Mike, Tank Victor is lifting off midfield, runway 24, heading out to the west.
Go ahead, turn base. Just kind of try to work for the Mike Juliet, turn left base from my 24 scanning.
Ocean County, Cessna 7 miles to the southeast.
I think you already have your second notch in.
We'll be inserting the pattern. 2-4.
Alright, so taking that where you are, how's the runway look? The runway looks really wide right now, right?
Yeah.
So give yourself a little bit of power. There you go. Now when you're ready, go start your turn to final. Just kind of traffic warrior 43 Mike Juliet, turn to final, runway 24 scanning. Right now you're coming around here, so you can kind of throw that third notch of flaps in wherever you want.
Ocean County traffic, Cessna 5 miles to the north. Finding a right phase entry for 2-4, Ocean County, traffic permitting. We're looking for the final traffic now. Traffic on final inside Ocean City.
Ocean County, the black helicopter is departing out to the west for around 15 minutes worth of air work.
There's 70 knots there. Good, looking pretty good on your approach to the runway. Look at this. There you are, coming down, 75, plenty of speed, good speed. Control one coming down. Hold it down, hold it forward, hold it forward. So now start working it back, start working it back, work it back, work it back, work it back.
Hey, touch and go again?
We can do that. Alright, go ahead.
Touch and go?
Yep, go ahead. This kind of traffic, warrior 43 Mike Juliet's on the go, runway 24, just kidding.
Ocean County traffic, set the turn in final 2-4, Ocean County.
So you just want to be careful not to start the flare too high.
Yeah.
That's all. That was kind of where I was touching the controls that time. I was giving forward pressure to that way you didn't flare too high.
I was starting to. I realized that when I thought you wanted.
Cessna on a 45 for runway 24, about 2 out.
Just kidding, traffic. Warrior 43 Mike Juliet, turn left cross from runway 24, just kidding. Just careful not to turn too much here.
Midfield downwind, runway 24.
So you're kind of like turning right onto the downwind here. You kind of trying to establish yourself legs here. Now you can turn your downwind. You see that guy out in front of us there? right in the sky, a little bit off to the left side of the nose. And just gonna traffic Warrior 43 Mike Juliet, turn left downwind runway 24, but traffic ahead of us inside. He's right in front of us now, right above the horizon. Pull that power back. And pull back to like 300 RPMs.
Ocean County, Cessna turning left base 24, Ocean County. County traffic, Cessna 24 on Bravo, Ocean County.
Oh, there he is, okay.
Traffic, Arrow 55804 inbound, and the VORB will break off and go around.
Good, drop your first notch, flaps.
Ocean County,
There you go.
Cessna final 24, Cessna. Cessna County traffic 236 for next turn left downwind.
Traffic Cherokee's overspart of VOR on the VOR Alpha approach at 3,000 feet. Any traffic in the area?
Ocean County traffic Warrior 43 Mike Joyce, turn left base runway 24 number 2 Ocean County.
County Cessna short final will be touch and go 24.
Traffic, Arrow 55804 inbound on the VORB, break off, and go around.
Start making the judgments here how the runway looks. Watch your speed though too. Don't pitch up for speed. Don't pitch up for altitude. Ocean County traffic Warriors base to final runway 24 Ocean County.
Queen City traffic, Dominic from 4 Tango Whiskey is over the PBL building, inbound for Midfield crossover for runway 5.
Alright, go ahead and drop your third notch.
Touch and go 4 Ocean County.
Alright, so see how your speed's 60, 65, so pitch it down a little bit. Give yourself a little bit of nose down trim. There we go. Pitch is speed, power is altitude, just remember that. You're coming down here, right there, so a little bit of power to slow this descent. There we go, that's what we're looking for right there. Now coming down. Hold the nose right where it's at, give it a little bit of nose down. And now start reducing that power. Gradually, don't bring it all the way idle yet. Alright, now start pulling it back, pull back, work it up, work it up, work it up. Hold it.
County, Cessna crosswind.
Work it up, work it up, work it up. We'll do a full stop taxi back here. We'll do taxi back here. Oh. Good. Ocean County traffic Warrior 43 Mike Juliet is clear runway 24 Ocean County.
Okay. Off. Off. Only thing I don't like about the trim wheel is down there.
Yeah.
It's so much nicer there. Okay.
Ocean County, Cessna midfield downwind 24, Ocean County.
A little bit to brake because you're normally you just want to pull back to get your altitude, and that's what puts people in these power off and power on stalls.
Ocean County traffic at the Black Aircopter, approximately 5 miles to the west, entering an extended right downwind for runway 24, Ocean County.
Jukebox Plus, rip faster, burn
You can get the before it's done.
way better on a ham sandwich. Get Plus now.
RP it off. Pump is on. Full pressure. I'm locked. There.
Ocean County, Cessna's on a touch and go 24.
Dang it. That's a locked jet. Did have a helicopter coming in, right?
Yeah, he's over there still. Look how we can get out. We'll be able to get out. Yeah. Hey, ready to go? Ocean County traffic, Warrior 43 Mike Juliet's taking active runway 24, remain in the pattern, but traffic on upwind inside Ocean County. Okay.
Ocean County traffic, Black Aircopters on midfield, right downwind for runway 24, Ocean County. Any other traffic?
Go ahead. Got a Warrior taking active now.
Ocean County helicopter 6 Mike Victor is turning right base to final for runway 24. We have the departing traffic inside. And we're going to be continuing on down the runway, so it shouldn't be a factor at all.
County, Cessna midfield, Ocean downwind 24, Ocean County midfield.
Ocean County traffic, Warrior 43 Mike Juliet's turn left cross runway 24, Ocean County. So this says your turnaround is trying to estimate like a 90-degree turn here. So you want to put like 060 on the left triangle, right? Right about here, roll wings level. And so you're kind of perpendicular here. Let yourself work out a little bit from the runway. It's like 3 seconds. Now start your turn to downwind. Ocean County traffic, Warrior 43 Mike Juliet's turn left downwind runway 24, Ocean County. Is just letting yourself
Helicopter
to work out a bit.
Is on the upwind, runway 24, about to turn right to crosswind for runway 24, Ocean County.
So they self-establish a little bit of
Cessna's on a base 24. Anybody else out here with me?
keep that nose up here. You don't want to descend too much yet. There you go. Alright, so we got receiver.
Okay.
There we go.
Black helicopter is turning right downwind for runway 24, but we're not landing 24. We're going to be set up for the helicopter pad.
There was a little bit of back pressure here.
We'll remain north of runway 24 at all times.
There's County traffic. Warrior 43 Mike Julius, turn left base runway 24, number 2 for runway 24. There's County. Give yourself a little bit of power. Let that, like a little bit of power, let the nose. There we go. Come around, maybe not. See how the nose pops up, right? They're putting flaps and creates a pitching up movement. So you want to kind of just like kind of hold that nose pressure down forward to keep your nose from popping up when you put flaps in. Because see, you're already down to 70 knots, 65 knots, right? So give yourself a little bit of nose down trim.
Turning left, crosswind for 25.
There's the runway, so you can start to turn around to the runway here. There's County traffic, Warrior 43 Mike Julius, turn left downwind. Turning final, runway 24, we have the helicopter in sight, Ocean County.
Roger, we're final for the helicopter pad, Ocean County.
Just left it off 24, Cessna on the touch and go.
Alright, so take a look at your speed. So you're like right now at 66, 70, 65 now, right? So give yourself a little bit of nose down trim and give you a little bit of power, right? You see the two lights on the VASI is showing you're low, right?
Yeah.
Give yourself power, because power is your altitude, right? There we go. And then just keep your nose down. Give yourself a little bit more nose down trim. You want that nose to actually be down. You can just see the runway through it. Alright, now you can gradually start working a little bit of that power out once you start to see that white light come through. A little bit more nose down trim. We're going to get that nose a little more further down. Gradually start working the power back a little bit. Just hold it right there. Coming down, coming down. Alright, bring it back to idle. Now start working the nose up, work it up, work the nose up, work the nose up. Hold it here. Work it up, work it up, work it up. Pull back, more back, more back. No, not too bad. Almost go touch and go. Alright, go ahead. Ocean County traffic, Warrior 43 Mike Julius, on the go, runway 24, will be a departure out to the west, Ocean County.
Midfield downwind, Ocean County.
We're gonna do like a straight out, a little bit of a right turn out.
Okay. Up to about 600 and then turn right.
Yeah. Just go to like a 270. Ocean County traffic, Warriors departing. Out to the west, making a right turn out to the west, final call, Ocean County. The Honda 270 heading. Oh, 270. And you see that brake field up there? Go point towards that. You can climb on up to 2,000, 2,500, however high you want to go.
Okay.
Go ahead back.
KMA traffic, Cessna 14 Hotel, 5 miles north inbound, straight in 19 KMA.
Ocean County, Cessna base to final 24 Ocean County. Ocean County traffic, Cherokee 236, Ford Tango, turning left base 29, Ocean County.
Southwest traffic, Sky Husky 35, runway 25.
Ocean County traffic, dialing 70872, 10 mile final, ILS 29, Central County. Ocean County traffic, Auto 55804, is about 10 miles final, the ILS 6, will be missed approach. Ocean County traffic, 236, Ford Tango, turning final 24, Ocean County.
Southwest traffic, Sky Husky turning final runway 25.
Alright, so we'll get up to here. You see the brake line, brake field out there, a little bit to the right of it. Let's go point towards that field.
Helicopter, you got a Cessna on your left, I'll keep an eye on.
We're going to be turning right here momentarily. Thank you though for that. Southwest traffic, Cherokee 2 miles north. We'll be doing simulated engine out to runway 22.
Flying W, Archer's left base, 19er, flying W, touch and go.
Up there, we'll set that power setting there.
Is that?
We'll leave the power set right there. There you go. So watch yourself, you're starting to pitch over a little bit, right?
Flying W, simulated engine out, runway 1, 2 mile final. Flying W.
I'm departing 19, I'll get out of your way, I'm looking for you.
Thank you, sir, I see you on the runway.
Sullivan County traffic, Cirrus is above 10 miles south of the field on approaches on 3-3 approach, straight in, touch and go. Sullivan County traffic.
Yeah, Denver traffic, Spearman, crosswind, so left downwind.
We got you, sir.
Sober traffic, Cherokee, left downwind, simulated engine out, runway 22, Sober.
Flying W, 1 mile final, simulated engine out. Got the other traffic departing.
And the Archer has you inside as well. There's another airplane at the other end of the runway too.
Roger that.
Traffic, Captain 19 is exit airspace to the south. Continue. Archer. Airport, please use
Make 74 Victor, 5 miles to the west. Doing approach Alpha into Carlisle.
Solberg, Cherokee final, 22 Solberg.
Alright, so what we're looking for now is right ahead of us. It's kind of barely visible, but there's a water tower a little bit off to the right side of the nose. Probably water tower. It's a red line water tower. Okay. We'll kind of aim towards that. So we're kind of aimed right towards it right now, so we're good.
Hey Dylan, is that you down there on the north end of the runway?
Yeah, that is McGuire right there, right?
Dave, you need to go?
I was just going to check for you if we have time to.
Huh?
Is that McGuire there?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Actually, you'll be faster. That way we won't have to do a circle, so you go ahead and go first.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Flying W traffic. Flight for 8126 X-ray, departing 19. Flying W.
Silver traffic, Nighthawk 312 V22s, currently about 5 miles to the southwest, inbound, full stop for runway 22 Silver.
A little bit left.
Flying W traffic, Archer 8126 X-ray, turning left crosswind to 19. Flying W.
South Jersey traffic, Cherokee is entering the pattern on the 45, downwind for 26 South Jersey.
Flying W traffic, Archer 8126 X-ray,
Wind missing.
Sure, it's useless, okay. It's back to being useless, missing everything.
Traffic, Nighthawk 312 V22s, turning
Intensity altitude.
left base, runway 22
Weather
Silver.
information not available. Automated weather observation 1443 Zulu. Wind missing. Visibility missing.
Thanks a lot.
Based on track.
No wind, no visibility.
Yeah, nothing. Only thing gives you the altimeter setting. But so what they're using runway 19 there.
Yeah,
so you
I
see
heard
the,
that.
Yeah, so you see the water tower there now.
Yeah.
We'll shoot for the south.